David KIRK was a career Marine helicopter pilot with top security clearance in the cockpit of the prestigious Marine One for President George W. Bush.
We're some of the most qualified helicopter pilots in the Marine Corps.
So when he retired from active duty and applied to become a pilot for U.S. Customs and Border Protection, he assumed his credentials would give him a good chance of getting hired.
Generator on.
Instead, he was rejected from the agency after failing what he called a grueling 2-day, 8-hour lie detector test, focusing on personal issues like his marriage.
Customs and Border Protection felt the need to ask me about my infidelities, which I have none, they pressed it, and they actually said that was one of the things on the polygraph that they thought I was lying about.
KIRK's experience is not unique. CBP says about 65% of applicants fail its lie detector test, about twice the failure rate of other law enforcement agencies that provided data to the AP. It's a big reason why more than 1,000 positions remain open despite congressional required staffing levels.
There's a lot of very good applicants. There's a lot of good veterans of our military that are being pretty much, I believe, railroaded, and they're not getting the position because I think there's a flaw in this polygraph testing.
Critics say it's the way the agency is conducting the tests, subjecting applicants to unusually long and hostile interrogations. Under the George W. Bush administration, a massive hiring spree brought a sharp increase in employees getting arrested for misconduct, prompting Congress to require that new employees pass a lie detector test. James TOMSHECK helped design and implement the agency's polygraph program and blames the high failure rate on the overall quality of its applicants. He also said more than half of applicants who previously passed federal background checks did not pass the Border Patrol's more thorough polygraph test.
Despite the fact that they had been cleared by a single scope background investigation, the applicants that remained, many of them had engaged in drug trafficking, smuggling activity, extensive or very frequent drug use, and perhaps of greatest concern, found in that group persons who were confirmed to be infiltrators, who acknowledged after the polygraph exam that they had been directed by a drug trafficking organization with which they worked to apply for a position in CBP.
Good morning. How you doing?
CBP would not comment on individual cases. KIRK eventually took a job as a corporate pilot, but he says the Border Patrol hiring policy left him feeling angry and humiliated.
You're being accused of basically being a liar. You know, Marine officers kind of pride ourselves in our integrity.
Last month, the Inspector General for Homeland Security says it was reviewing whether the agency's polygraphs are effective in hiring. With so many jobs currently empty, it raises doubts about President-elect Donald Trump's pledge to add 5,000 agents to the border. Haven Daily, Associated Press.